I cannot vote to continue with this piece of legislation. I just can't. I've tried everything humanly possible. I can't get there.
You're done. This is a no.
This is a no.
Wow. What's up, guys? It's Steve here, and huge news coming out over the weekend as Senator Joe Manchin has officially changed his mind. He said in its current state, he cannot support the Build Back Better Stimulus Reconciliation Bill. And this is your stimulus and stimulus check update. Now, you guys, I've got video footage for you to get you caught up on everything that unfolded, how we're seeing progressives respond to this, and a lot of people are asking, who's the actual president of the United States here? Is it President Joe Biden or is it President Joe Manchin? And I've actually seen this comment asked, and Kamala Harris, the Vice President of the United States, was outright asked this, and she did not take it very well.
So who's the real president of this country? Is it Joe Manchin or Joe Biden?
No. It's Joe Biden.
Do you think Joe Manchin is a problem?
It's Joe Biden. And I'm Vice President, and my name is Kamala Harris.
You guys, I've got the video footage so you can see her reaction. So we've got a lot of video footage for you guys. And yes, the update is Joe Manchin has said he will not vote for this bill. He will not support it in its current state. Now, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has said they've got plans to go ahead and bring this forward next year. And I'm going to get you caught up on all the details. We've got a lot of video footage. But also, keep in mind the fact that regardless of what happens with Build Back Better, we're hearing there's already calls for another stimulus reconciliation bill in 2022. That's right, a different bill coming. And we're hearing there's calls to have all the provisions of the past included in this bill. And yes, there's calls for stimulus checks, unemployment extensions for federal benefits, all of these things that they're saying people still need while the Omicron variant is raging on. Now, I'm going to keep you up to date on that, but the breaking news coming out is this news that Joe Manchin is saying he will not support Build Back Better. So let's go ahead and dive right in. But before we do, also wanted to say thank you for all the support on that second channel, Steve Ram Finance. Already over 1,000 subscribers. Going to be launching closer towards the new year here to get you caught up on growing wealth, personal finance. Maybe you're starting over right now and you want to launch a business, invest in real estate, stocks, crypto, and just transform your financial situation. This is going to be the channel for you. I will pin a comment down below. All you got to do is click the link, go subscribe, turn on notifications, and we're going to be releasing content on this closer towards the new year, and I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to help out a lot of people. But you guys, let's go ahead and dive right into this news coming out on stimulus reconciliation economic news, and let's start off by smashing the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Just takes a second, really helps me out a ton. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Also, leave your comments on this. I'd love to hear your thoughts on everything happening. Share this out. If this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date, it's easy. All you got to do is hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, totally free. And you can come join the Ram fam. I'll keep you up to speed on everything going on. And if you got any specific questions for me with everything that's happening, I'm easy to get a hold of directly. All you got to do is hop on to Instagram and shoot me a DM at SteveRam3. Best way to get a hold of me by far. But with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and dive right in and take a look at this video footage that we got of Joe Manchin saying, Build Back Better, it's not happening this year, and unless we modify this, he's saying he is not on board. Let's go ahead and take a look.
West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin dealing a devastating blow to his party's nearly $2 trillion top priority, sinking the Build Back Better bill in a Sunday interview.
I cannot vote to continue with this piece of legislation. I just can't. I've tried everything humanly possible. I can't get there.
You're done. This is a no.
This is a no.
Manchin joining every Senate Republican in opposition to the bill he'd spent months negotiating directly with President Biden, tanking the legislation in the evenly divided Senate, and stunning the White House, which released a statement saying Manchin's comments were, quote, at odds with his discussions this week with the president. Press Secretary Jen Psaki writing, just as Manchin reversed his position on Build Back Better this morning, we will continue to press him to see if he will reverse his position yet again to honor his prior commitments and be true to his word. Last month, President Biden expressing confidence he could overcome Manchin's concerns about the bill's price tag and its possible impact on inflation and earn his vote.
He will vote for this if we have in this proposal what he has anticipated.
The Build Back Better bill is passed.
The Build Back Better bill, which passed the House just before Thanksgiving without any Republican support, encompassed nearly every Democratic priority. Spending $500 billion on measures to fight climate change, creating a universal pre-K program, extending the child tax credit, and spending hundreds of billions more for home health care, paid family leave, and affordable housing. Republicans and Manchin argue the bill diverts too much money to goals that they say aim to rework the social safety net in America and advance liberal, progressive goals. But it's progressive Democrats who are now furious at Manchin.
All I want for Christmas is a senator that has compassion for the American people and not contempt.
So Democrats up in arms, many of them at least. Garrett, so What now? What happens next?
Well, Craig, just this morning, the Senate Majority Leader announced that the Senate will still vote on this bill when they get back to Washington in early January, vowing to put every member on the record on the Senate floor, and he said, not just on television. Craig?
Our senior Capitol Hill correspondent, Garrett Haig-Force this morning. Garrett, thank you.
Wow. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. They are planning on voting on this, and we're going to be seeing if they modify this to get Manchin on board, but they said they're going to put everybody on the record and not just on TV. Man, let me know your thoughts, you guys. Now, also, as I mentioned, we're going to be taking a look at what Kamala Harris had to say about who is the actual president of the United States. But first, let's take a look at Bernie Sanders' reaction to all of this and what he has to say about Senator Joe Manchin as well.
This is a no.
This is a no on this legislation. I have tried everything I know to do.
Joining us now exclusively to react, the man managing the legislation, Senate Budget Committee Chairman Bernie Sanders of Vermont. So Senator Sanders, Chairman Sanders, Senator Manchin says he can't get there. This is a no. He's tried everything. What's your reaction?
Well, I think he's going to have a lot of explaining to do to the people of West Virginia, to tell them why he doesn't have the guts to take on the drug companies and lower the cost of prescription drugs, why he is not prepared to expand home health care. West Virginia is one of the poorest states in this country. You got elderly people and disabled people who would like to stay at home or forced into nursing homes. He's going to have to tell the people of West Virginia why he doesn't want to expand Medicare to cover dental, hearing, and eyeglasses. I've been to West Virginia a number of times, and it's a great state, beautiful people, but it is a state that is struggling. And he's going to have to tell the people of West Virginia why he's rejecting what the scientists of the world are telling us, that we have to act boldly and transform our energy system to protect future generations from the devastation of climate change. You know, what's going on now, Jake, in Washington is the big money interests are pouring hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars to make sure that we continue to pay the highest prices in the world for prescription drugs, that the rich do not start paying their fair share of taxes. And I would have hoped that we could have had at least 50 Democrats on board who have the guts to stand up for working families and take on the lobbyists and the powerful special interest. We have no Republican support. Not one Republican in the United States Senate or the House, for that matter, is prepared to stand up to the drug companies or the insurance companies or the wealthy. I would hope we would have had 50 Democrats. But if that is the case, then I hope that we will bring a strong bill to the floor of the Senate as soon as we can and let Mr. Manchin explain to the people of West Virginia why he doesn't have the guts to stand up to powerful special interests.
Oh, so you want to vote on it no matter what, even if...
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So there you have it, you guys. They are saying this bill is not dead. They are going to be voting on it. They will bring it to the floor, and we're going to see if they're going to modify it, though, to get Manchin on board. But they're saying they're going to hold his feet to the fire and have him accountable if he is going to be the one that is going to sink this bill. Now, also, we've got that response from Kamala Harris on who is the president of the United States. Now, you guys, take a look at this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.
Joe, I want to turn now to a question that Vice President Harris was asked about on Comedy Central. She was asked whether Joe Biden or Senator Joe Manchin was president. And I have to say, watching this video, she did not take that question lightly and seemed to be personally offended by it. How did that go? Tell us about it.
Right. You definitely saw at least a flash of intensity there when she was asked. about the relationship and so on with West Virginia Senator who has been holding up a lot of the Biden agenda up on Capitol Hill. So let's just listen to it and talk more about it.
So who's the real president of this country? Is it Joe Manchin or Joe Biden, Madam Vice President?
Come on, Charlamagne.
Come
on. It's Joe Biden.
I can't tell sometimes.
No. It's Joe Biden. It's Joe Biden. And don't start talking like a Republican about asking whether or not he's president. It's Joe Biden.
Do you think Joe Manchin is a problem?
It's Joe Biden. And I'm Vice President, and my name is Kamala Harris.
Charlamagne the God. There we go, Charlamagne the God. And what's really interesting, I think, is that there's history here between these two people. He's interviewed the vice president before, and we haven't seen that level of intensity. There's a lot of frustration, as you know, Jim, going around in Washington, D.C., among progressives on the left about what the senator from West Virginia, Joe Manchin, has been doing, especially in regards to the president's Build Back Better agenda. And that's just one reflection of it. But the bottom line up on Capitol Hill with Joe Manchin, the Democrats in the White House, is this is how they roll in a 50-50 Senate.
So there you have it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. That was Vice President Kamala Harris letting everybody know that no, the President of the United States is Joe Biden. She is the Vice President. Her name is Kamala Harris. And letting him know that, listen, the way that the Senate is structured right now, out of the 100 seats, there's 50 Republicans, 50 Democrats, and just the way it is structured puts all of those Democratic senators in a very powerful position, because in order for them to pass this through the process of reconciliation, which is a majority vote, that means they literally need every single Democratic senator on board, and just one, not Joe Manchin, but any senator that decides that they don't want to get on board, they could derail the entire thing. So let's say the Senate was structured differently. Maybe there's 55 Democratic senators. Well, that gives them a little less power, because that means that there could literally be 5 of them that aren't on board, but with 50, they could still get a tiebreaker and then have Vice President Kamala Harris break that tie. And so right now, just the way it's structured, they need all of them on board. And it's just the way our government works. The president is not all powerful. There's the presidency, the House, and the Senate, and all of those different branches have to work together to get things passed. So that's just the way things work here in the United States. But you guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and we're going to be hearing a whole lot more on this, and also more updates on a big announcement coming from the president here very soon. So you guys, that is the latest, and as always, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, smash that like button. Helps out a ton with the YouTube algorithm, just takes a second. Thank you so much. Leave your comments, share this out. If this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date, don't forget, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, come join the Ram fam, totally free. I'll keep you up to speed on everything going on. And if you got any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. And if you're interested in growing wealth and personal finance, consider joining that second channel, Steve Ram Finance. But with that being said, you guys, I hope this reaches you well. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.